All right, Albert, what you got?
I know. I just want to take a personal moment to say the class and caliber that you guys in Sports Department have done with the coverage, but more importantly, the respect that the players show you.
Thank you,
That's
Albert.
impressive.
Well, I've got my top 10 favorite moments we're going to show you tonight. Reason Albert's saying that is because this is one of his when Delane threw to me and this happened.
This is Don Harris, and look who I found at the game tonight. Avery Johnson. Yeah, Avery. So, AJ, it's just great to see you. Looking good on ESPN. Yeah. What you think about the game tonight?
Well, you know the Spurs had a lot of confidence in themselves, AJ. I mean, Don. Yeah. And I felt good about, young Kawhi. Yeah. That's got about 6 syllables in it, you know. And so I felt that.
Did we have some fun or what? Old Spurs, young Spurs, everybody in between still celebrating as we are all over the Spurs. And by now you know the numbers, the stats, you know the history. But what we should remember most about last night will be those lasting images. So here's my top 10. It all starts with Kawhi Leonard's reaction to winning the MVP. It was pure emotion. I'll remember the fist pumps of Manu and Patty after their barrage of threes. Pop and Danny Green's kiss and make up moment in the locker room, and the group hug of the big three. Like father, like son, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Manu's moment with his boy, and Coach Pop not being able to hold it back anymore. The big fundamental in the arms of the Admiral, and the tears of a family that has been through so much. Tears of joy. And the picture that says 1,000 words, but only one fits: redemption.
Unbelievable run. So proud of this team. So proud of how we bounced back from the tough blow of last year. How we played. It's incredible. Such a high level. So fun to be part of this team, and so proud of my teammates and coaching staff, and everybody is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, all right. And for Spurs lifers, it's almost unthinkable. This championship doesn't just go back to 17 years that Tim and Coach Pop have been here. It goes back 40 years. It is especially meaningful to those of us who were fans from the very beginning. You see, my generation was the first to grow up here in San Antonio with a big-time sports franchise. The memories are crystal clear. We went to the games as 10-year-olds, and we idolized guys like Donnie Freeman, the Iceman, and James Silas. You saved up your allowance, and you rode your bike to the store to buy that red, white, and blue ABA basketball. This championship is for those Spurs fans, the ones that sat in the upper deck of the old arena when tickets were about $3 and the entire family could afford to go together. The Lone Star beer and the Pearl Light flowed. The baseline bums howled, and the Spurs would score 125 points, and everybody got a free Big Mac with your ticket stub. Remember that? This championship is for the old coaches, guys like Doug Moe and Stan Albeck. It's for Larry Keenan, Artis Gilmore, guys like the Sugarman, Mike Gale, George Karl, Kobe Dietrich, and the Bruise Brothers. It's also for the late Pat Tallman, whose voice boomed over the PA system at the old arena. It's for Al Sturcio and the sound of the Spurs band. It's for Johnny Moore's courage, Red McComb's ambition, and the vision of Angelo Drossos. His dream is fulfilled 5 times now, and somewhere he's smiling. This championship is for guys like Terry Stembridge, the original voice of the Spurs. He always signed off his broadcast saying, "San Antonio, there will be another night." I remember his last game. The Spurs had just blown a 3-1 lead and lost to the Bullets in the Eastern Conference Finals. I was just a kid, and I still remember the tears running down my face as he said, "Someday, somewhere, San Antonio, there will be another night." 35 years later, that night has come again, and for a 5th time. A year after the biggest heartbreak not only in Spurs history, but arguably sports history, everyone outside of San Antonio said they were done. After all, nobody could recover from a gut punch like that. Well, these Spurs did, with a determination and focus unparalleled in sports history. A redemption season that included the best record in the NBA and a surgical all-for-one, one-for-all mentality that will be envied around the world. Yes, San Antonio, your Spurs are champs once again for a 5th time, and this is the sweetest one yet. Tim said it